Either that or this game didn't bother to model understeer of front-wheel drive cars and does it based on like momentum and stuff. I think this thing might corner better than my 8.6. But that's probably because I don't have one hand taped to the steering wheel, so it's not a fair comparison. Imagine if we'd have turned up in a Type R to this, we'd have just been over the hill and far away. Instead, we're having a fight with a Lupo. Alright, I'm going to have a go at getting a cut back through here, even though this is not the kind of corner where you want to get cut back through, and what I've just done is extended the track for myself for no real reason. I'm going to put myself on the inside of him like he puts himself on the inside of me, take the lead back. Lose a position through this corner. This is actual racing. I'm actually racing with the Gran Turismo 3 AI. Our cars are balanced. So I'm not going to be like Packard from the race and go ahead and upgrade my car when things get balanced, because that's not cool. That's not fair. He was a bad guy character anyway. You're not supposed to sympathize with him. And I mean, in the story, it's a movie, but in the story of the race, like, Packard is completely, you can't sympathize with him, you know? I actually really like the way this car looks, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, this is totally me when X happens. I make Facebook memes now. You can like my Facebook page, www.facebook.com/. There's no Facebook page. It was all a big prank and you fell for it. Probably. I don't know. I should stop talking. Anyway, we need the Yaris. We're gonna forget about that whole thing I was talking about with Facebook things. We need the Yaris so that I can go ahead and compete in the Yaris Cup Championship Cup, which is still a B license event, so we won't have to get a new license for a while. Yeah, well, now the Yaris Cup is a weird one, but I did first try and compete in it when I didn't know to upgrade cars, so I bought, I think I might have gone through this story before, but I bought the Euro spec Yaris because it was I think it's the cheapest one, and all the AI had 1.5 litre Yarises, so I sold my Euro Yaris and bought the 1.5 Yaris, and still got thrashed somehow. I think they might have turned up in the racing version. It doesn't matter, because now we know to upgrade cars and stuff, so we'll be doing that and testing to make sure it's fast enough, etc, etc, so that we don't get absolutely embarrassed like we have been getting in a ton of these races. And actually we are now, because we're being beaten by that VW again. Probably shouldn't be talking so much on such a hot day where I've had very little to drink. I've had plenty to eat, I've had nothing to drink. So I'm probably going to die halfway through this recording session. But who cares, because the VTEC absolutely destroys the Volkswagen on the straight. See you later, buddy. Here we go. Just got to do one more lap where we've got plenty of gap because of Honda superiority. Should we keep the Honda hanging around after this, or... Yeah, we'll keep it hanging around, but if we need money to get a Type R, we'll sell it then. And then, when we start earning like 20 grand a race, we'll buy another one. Just because I want one sitting around as a memento to all the races where I've won by smashing my opponents out the way. I'll get good at driving when I start playing games where there's actual... Well, I mean, I'm already decent at driving, but I'll start showing that I'm decent at driving when I start playing a game where crashing has consequences. This isn't a game where crashing has consequences, as you might have noticed. It's the first Saturday of the 6-week holidays. I'm cooped up in a hot room talking to myself playing video games, I've just realised. Who cares? It's not like anyone misses me. You know what I mean? An easy win. Just got one more of these to go. And then we'll get a Yaris. I think turning up in a Civic to these front-wheel drive races is the same as turning up in a Mercedes to those convertible cup races. But honestly, they shouldn't have made the Civic so affordable if they didn't want it to happen. You know? I mean, you start out the game with like about 600 credits, too little to get one straight out the gate, which is super infuriating. I think if you started this game with 20 grand instead of 18, it'd be heaps easier, but that's part of the challenge. He said, now sticking up for a game he gets mad at because he can never afford anything. Whatever. I think my audio and my video might be out of sync for like 1 second. I think the audio is a second behind. But it's not important. It's probably less than a second anyway. No one would have noticed if I hadn't pointed it out. Look at this body roll. Alright, next thing to think about is getting a car that has a mid-engine, and then a car that has all-wheel drive, which we've had at some point with the Daihatsu. But I don't think I'll get another Daihatsu for the four-wheel drive races, because seeing as how it took an 18 grand car to stick up to the Lupo, a 13 grand car probably won't be able to stack up to MR2s and stuff, especially considering our 8.6 couldn't until we dropped like a few, well, more than a few grand in it. So I'll probably end up buying a mid-engine. No, I will definitely get a mid-engine car. I'm not sure what one I'll get, but I'll get one. Hopefully it won't have to be an MR2, an MRS, sorry. I'll see if I can get an SW20 MR2, because those are cool. I think those are only about 20 grand as well. So it shouldn't be all that ridiculous to say I'll be able to save up and get one. Especially considering we'll be heading off to our first championship league race after this one with the Toyota. Our new Toyota. Actually, I wonder if the SW20 will be eligible for if I buy the right one. I think I might be able to take it to the Spider and Roadster races as well, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Because I think the SW20 has like a removable roof or whatever, if I get the right version. Which I probably won't, let's be real.